She got 20 million followers on TikTok, but her parents decided to abandon her. Sorry, I missed your call. I was listening to
my name is Cleo.
Well, hello there, Chloe.
I'm possibly the clumsiest girl on
Cleo.
Earth.
Yeah, hello,
Accidents just
Cleo.
happen around me. I swear, it's not my fault. But that made me the most famous TikToker now. Please like and subscribe because My Story Animated will give $1,000 to one lucky person who subscribes in the next 7 days. Tell your friends, your sister, brother, and mom to subscribe now.
That was wasted. Because this was a year ago. August. That was such a waste. Why would I do that? Oh my gosh. But anyways, go subscribe,
My
guys.
parents were really wealthy, and they liked their luxury. When I was 9 months old, Dad brought a rare vase from Thailand and proudly placed it on the table. 100 blind monks painted this. Took them 2 years. In less than 2 minutes, I'd crawled straight into the table and toppled it over. I started clapping at the cool smashing sound,
Okay,
but
well,
something
that's
about Dad's
not really
face made me
that's not
stop.
clumsy,
When I
that's just
started
pushing
walking,
something
I
over.
was like freaking Godzilla,
Whoa,
destroying everything in my way. My parents
Okay. Why is Godzilla here? All of a sudden, she's just walking and now Godzilla appears for some reason. What is going on?
packed away all their precious collector's items, covered the furniture with plastic wrap, and switched to paper cups and plates. But when I was 5 years old,
clumsy?
I caused a disaster of epic proportions.
Disaster
One day,
creator.
I saw the servants sneaking something into Dad's study, and I felt really curious. Later that night, I went down to have a look at it. It was just a dumb painting. As I was about to cover it up, I tripped over the cloth and went crashing straight into the painting.
Okay, how are you that clumsy that you literally just slip on the paper cloth and crash through the painting? Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. And also, it was just a dumb painting. That looks like the Mona Lisa. That was just, like, replaced with a dog face. It's like a rip-off of the Mona Lisa.
Oh my God. The next day, Dad had
replaced
invited
with, like, a cat
hundreds of
face.
friends to our mansion for the unveiling of the painting. It's such an honor that the great artist has let me borrow it. Behold the masterpiece. Holy moly! The artist sued
said
Dad,
behold.
and he had to
Oh my
pay
gosh.
millions in damages. Luckily, money wasn't an issue, but Dad was still so mad. He thought I wasn't normal, so he whisked me off to the doctor who did lots of tests and scans and said there was nothing wrong with me.
Well, of course.
Maybe he's just
Maybe she's pretending to be clumsy and destroying our lives for fun. You sound crazy. Our baby is not evil.
Yeah.
Your baby is a walking disaster. But then one day,
I discovered something that changed my life. When I was 8, Mom took me to the city for the first time. But we were in a
For the
really
first
crowded
time?
place, and I slipped away from her. As I looked around, I saw a group of homeless children dancing in the street. I immediately fell in love with the way they gracefully moved their bodies. People were giving them money after their performance, but I only had my lollipop. So I gave it to one of them, and she was happy.
Oh,
From
that was
then on,
actually-
I'd
that's
watch
nice.
YouTube videos and teach myself to dance. Even though I was so clumsy usually, the beat of the music somehow made my body movements really coordinated. One day, I decided to show off my moves to my parents. Mommy, Daddy, look, I'm a dancer. Mom was thrilled, but Dad looked horrified and immediately turned off the music. Good God, how can I unsee that? Don't you ever do that again. What do you mean, Daddy?
Jeez.
I'm a really good dancer, like Beyonce. Who told you that? Your mirror? Drop this nonsense. You'll be running my company one day, idiot. Who says she can't do both? She can take dancing lessons right now and learn about your company when she's older. I say
Why? Because of how much of a jerk this dad is. It's unbelievable.
she can't because I pay the bills. And I don't ever want to hear the word dancing in my house again.
Jeez.
I was furious. As I was storming off past him, I accidentally tripped and knocked his phone out of his hand. The screen was smashed to bits.
Okay, obviously that was on purpose because she said accidentally. She was being sarcastic, you know. So obviously she actually meant to do that. But like, Why? Like, it wasn't, like... Okay, well,
I
yeah,
ran off grinning as he roared. But he was right. He did pay the freaking bills,
Yeah,
so I
he's
kept
right
learning
about that.
secretly, but I never mentioned it again. Everyone thought I'd outgrow my clumsiness, but it just seemed to get worse.
Oh,
and of
gosh,
course,
why
in
is it
high school,
fired?
something like this makes you the perfect target for bullies. On my first day in 9th grade, the teacher asked me to collect everyone's notebooks. As I gingerly walked up with the pile, I tripped. When I started picking them up, I didn't see the teacher kneeling down to help me, and I elbowed him really hard in the eye.
Oh,
Word of my
my.
clumsiness spread like wildfire.
I just can't believe
People
how
had
bad
bets
this
on when I'd fall
clumsiness
or
is.
drop
Like,
something next.
it's
If I was
this
seen
is
with any hot
unbelievable.
food or drink,
Like, this is almost
everyone
hard to
started
believe.
running away like the devil was after them. Needless to say, I didn't
Oh,
have
get
any
away,
friends,
it's the devil!
except this crazy rich jock, Hudson, who'd been acting like my boyfriend since the first time he saw me. One day, I was in the girls' bathroom when he suddenly barged in.
Baby cakes, I have a surprise for you.
He pulled me outside where everyone had
Baby
already
cakes?
gathered to see his gift.
What in
Hundreds
the
of
wo-
iPhones arranged in a giant heart on the ground.
That's 365 iPhones, babe. One for every day of the year. I'll buy you more when you've smashed all of these.
Another time, he gave me a horse.
I'm speechless. That's not funny. But why in the world is there 365 iPhones with making a heart shape? Why? Why? That's just a waste of money. Who did that? Whoever did that, I will find you. Alright? That is such a waste of money. Whoever did that, I will find you. And I will come into your bed tonight, and you will perish because of you wasting money. A lot of money. I'm just joking, but like, seriously, who would spend that much? It's ridiculous.
What am I gonna do with it? We're in a city.
But that's the one thing you don't have. And you deserve everything. Now go on, try sitting on it.
Erin, the most popular cheerleader, made a bet out of it, as always. Gather around, guys. New bet starting now. $1,000 if she falls off in the first minute. I was just getting onto the horse when it suddenly flicked its tail and knocked me over. To my horror, I landed in its poop. Erin was howling in triumph as cash rained on her. Keep up the good work, you stupid
my
klutz.
gosh.
Make me richer. When I tried to get up, everyone suddenly disappeared, including Hudson. That jerk. But then, Erin did something that made me even crazier. She started a freaking dance club at school. While I was reading the dance club poster, I heard Erin behind me. Seriously? Don't even
Gosh.
think about it. I only accept the best, and you can't even walk straight, dummy. Don't worry, I'm not interested. At all. Of course, that was a lie. It was my dream to dance with other people, like those kids on the street I'd seen years ago, but I could only dance by myself. One afternoon while I was walking in our garden, I tripped over a sunflower and suddenly a splash of water hit
Okay,
my
how are you
Oh my
that
God,
clumsy?
I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. I'm Samuel, the new driver.
I looked up to see a gorgeous boy washing our cars with a garden hose, and he was
Jesus.
shirtless. As he helped me up, I couldn't help wondering how hard his abs were. I stumbled on purpose, and my palms accidentally landed on his abs. harder than a rock.
Accidentally.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Why wouldn't I be? Without another word, I ran off to my room. A few hours later, I was dancing away when I
Why
caught
wouldn't I be?
Samuel watching me
You know
through
what's
the
a
window. How long have you been standing there?
You dropped your necklace. I just came to return it. But you were so great, I was mesmerized.
I swear his compliment had my stomach breakdancing. I started hanging out with him after that day, and it felt
Okay, that
good to
was
have
a-
a friend
okay, that-
who knew
that
my
part
little
was a little
secret.
weird,
but
but
the
okay.
universe kept teasing me. Erin started dancing on TikTok and got 1 million followers in a week.
A
Samuel
week?
kept encouraging me to make my own account.
What the A week. A week! Do you know how insane that is? 1 million followers in a week? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, you know? That's ridiculous. Oh yeah, she got 1 million followers in a week just for dancing. it's kind of hard for me to believe that, but okay.
Bet you're gonna have 1 million followers in just one day. My dad won't like it.
One day?
Get me. But from then on,
Okay, come
I
on,
started filming myself whenever
Okay, come
I
on,
danced
that's
in my room.
outrageous.
Maybe someday Dad would come around.
One day?
evening,
That's
Dad took me
outrageous.
to a company
There's no
dinner
way that's
and officially
happening. One
introduced me
day.
as the future CEO. Everyone raised a toast to it, but it just didn't feel right. As I made my way to the front for a speech, my dress got caught on something and ripped, exposing my underwear. Everyone in the room started laughing quietly.
Is this
and I
even
could
a
see
real
Dad's
story?
furious face. I ran out as fast as I could to the car.
Is this even a
Samuel
real
looked
story?
At my tear-stained face
Is this
with concern.
even a real
You
story?
okay, ma'am? I'm sure
It
lots
seems
of people
fake.
think I have the perfect life as a rich heiress, but I want things that money can't buy.
But I guess
I
it's
want to
real.
do what I love. I want to make my parents proud.
kinda hard to
and
believe
I
that this
just
is
want
real.
to be normal. To make me feel better, Samuel took me to a dance club. I closed my eyes and just started dancing. Minutes later, I'd forgotten everything because I was in my happy place. When I opened my eyes, I saw Samuel looking at me and my heartbeat raced.
Ma'am, you're a goddess. I could watch you all day.
Suddenly, I pulled him in close. It's not ma'am, it's Cleo. Just then, I got a call from my dad yelling at me to come home immediately.
Your behavior is unacceptable, but I'll forgive you on one condition. Date the son of my biggest investor, at least for 6 months.
I thought about Samuel, but I knew Dad wasn't really giving me a choice. So I agreed. The next day, when he introduced me to his investor's son, my jaw dropped open. Hudson?
Baby cakes!
Did you know about this?
Duh, I've always known who you are. You're not just hot, your parents are as rich as mine.
That very night, I was invited to dinner by his parents, and Dad had a list of instructions for me.
Don't disappoint them, or else I'm going to lose billions. Think before you even breathe, Cleo. And no cursing. They hate that.
Unfortunately, thinking
What?
wasn't gonna help. Hudson had the scariest parents in the world. They were watching my every move. It was so nerve-wracking. I got clumsier by the second. I kept dropping my fork.
Okay, stalker. Jeez. Like, okay. You know, it's getting really late. I gotta go now. Like, seriously, what the heck,
When I
dude?
tried to pass his mom the water, the jug slipped from my hand. But then, the unthinkable happened. I dropped some soup
How
on my
did that
dress and
happen?
excused myself for the bathroom. As soon as I got up, I hit my pinky toe on the edge of the table. Holy piece of stupid sh! They looked at me like I'd just killed their whole neighborhood. I was
She said that for a reason. Stubbing your pinky toe on anything is horrible, okay? The pain is really bad. The pain is horrible. Like, stubbing your pinky toe, that pain is insanely bad. It's horrible. The pain goes away, but once it happens, oh my gosh, you like feel it, like.
sure
feel
Hudson
in,
wouldn't
like,
want anything to do with me
serious
after
pain.
that dinner, but Dad would be raging mad when he found out. But I actually didn't care. The next day at school, I was really
Okay.
surprised when Hudson walked over to me and put his arm around my waist.
Baby cakes? I don't care if my parents think you're a stupid klutz. You're too beautiful for anyone else. I have a grand gift to make you feel better.
He pushed a bunch of car keys into my hand.
20
Okay.
sports cars for you, babe.
20 freaking cars? But I didn't even know how to drive. He gave the
This is all just a waste of money. Why are you guys doing
He kissed
this?
me and I
It's
pushed him
stupid.
away. I'm sorry, Hudson, but I can't force myself to like you. I like someone else. Also, you're really obnoxious. And with that, I threw the car keys at him and walked away. Of course, Hudson's parents backed out from the deal, and Dad went psycho. I told him what a jerk Hudson was, but he didn't care.
So, your mom married me, didn't she? It's actually because of that poor driver, isn't it? Well, I sent him back to his country and I told him to stay away from you, if he knows what's good for him.
I was shocked, and then I was furious. That's it. Keep your stupid house and your stupid company to your stupid self. I'm not giving up on anything for you now.
How dare you talk to me like that?
She's right. I'm not watching you bully her anymore either.
Yeah, I would
Dad
say the same
immediately
thing.
kicked us both out of his mansion and cut off all our allowances. But Mom wasn't sorry at all and said
Yeah,
she'd
like,
rather
whatever.
be poor more than with him. We moved to my late grandparents' house. Luckily, I still had the horse and iPhones Hudson gave me, and I sold them all off to give us a head start. And I made my own account and uploaded my saved videos. To my surprise, I got 2 million followers over the weekend. Erin was smoking red. Next day at school, she came to me and said, "How is this possible? I can twerk and throw it back better than you." I guess my followers just disagree with you, Erin. Fine, let's dance to the same song. And whoever has more likes in 1 hour wins. Loser pays $50,000 and drops out of school. Challenge accepted. We did the dance, and I won by 100,000 likes. Erin's account was suddenly deleted, and I never saw her again. Mom encouraged me to do more videos, and I reached 20 million followers in just 4 months. She also started joining me, and I was mind blown by her moves. So that's where I got my talent. 2 years later, we started a dance studio where I taught little kids how to dance and to chase their dreams. And
that's
this
cool.
seemed just right.
Very
but
nice,
there was
you know?
something missing from my life until one day, a
You should
handsome
chase
guy
your
entered my
dreams,
studio,
guys.
and when he took off his shades, I swear I almost fainted. Can I get an autograph? I can give you more than that, Samuel. We went out and sparks flew. Sam was charming, kind, and simple. Even my mom loved him. We started dating and even danced together for some videos. My fans went crazy when we finally got married, and they adored the heck out of our clumsy baby boy.
Oh, the baby's clumsy too. Okay. Like mother, like son. Never gets old, you know? Well, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace! Also, I'm gonna be doing a Q&A video sometime this month because I have 50 subscribers, and that's what I'm going to do. So, in some video, I'm gonna ask you guys to ask me questions, alright? Because then I'm gonna reply for all of them and everything.